Hello, welcome in everybody. I hope everyone's doing well and that you're getting ready for the weekend. Today we're going to do the card pull for Friday, July 7th, 2023 and see what the universe and what spirit is guiding us for today. So we'll start with our air signs, our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and see how things look. Your first card is the Empress. So that is going to be you standing in your feminine energy, that nice mothering energy, creativity. And let's see how that pairs up with some of our oracle cards. So this is our Sacred Journey oracle card. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So I think we saw that one a couple days ago in one of the other polls, but I love the kind of the quote that goes with worry, that worry doesn't change tomorrow, it just robs you of today. So as best you can, try to not fixate on what tomorrow's going to bring. Obviously, you need some amount of planning and being reasonable, thinking about the future, but try to stop the obsessive thinking about it. Let's see. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. That is your Gaia card. So maybe some of the worry is about a relationship, and that's a little bit of a reminder about having that eternal love and letting that guide you towards your happiness and your fulfillment. When you lead with love, things tend to work out relatively favorably. So let's see what your spirit animal card is for our air signs. Elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So even that is kind of pairing up nicely with this. Love is your strength there. So that's a beautiful way to end up the week and heading into the weekend. So just remember with your Empress, this is kind of your nurturing and growth and getting into that sort of creative space. So that is for our air signs. And let's move on to our fire signs. So our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and let's see what message is in store for you. The Tower. So it looks like there's going to be changes on the horizon. And so if you're thinking about that going into today, maybe it's a reminder to you or something to help kind of prepare you for, there could be something happening today that could be a tower moment, maybe with a little bit of preparation. It doesn't turn out to be as bad as you think, but also kind of to keep in mind if something like that is starting to play out in front of you, that kind of gentle reminder that endings aren't necessarily a bad thing. So the Tower is that abrupt shift, disruption to your normal flow, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So maybe you've been kind of stuck thinking about something, and the Tower card showing up is actually going to help kind of clear the path for something better to come along. So this is your card for today, the Sacred Journey. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So some of that is trust in yourself, but also trust in universe, trust in divine, that there's a plan and a reason for all of it. So even when the Tower comes along, sometimes that's a card that causes fear and panic in people, thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be absolute chaos. But sometimes that's what it takes to, burn down the bad existing structure so that a newer, happier something can come in its place. Let's see about your Gaia card. The message, positive news, positive outcome. So I love pairing these two together because it is kind of that reminder that there's a reason for things happening, and trust that there's going to be a good outcome, and try to go with the flow as best you can. So sometimes that fire sign energy wants to have that leadership and wants to kind of take charge. And I would caution you that if there's a tower that's coming in, the right move might just be to let it happen, trust that it's happening for a reason, and then see what's being left in its place, or see what it's opening up for you. If there's going to be an abrupt change, try to think about, okay, now what does that mean for me? What new opportunities does that open up? Maybe it gives a new flow to your life. Maybe it gives a new path, a new direction that wouldn't otherwise be there. And your spirit animal is sea otter, happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So that part in there about surrendering to the waves, that's kind of the same message here, in terms of with the tower. Just surrender to it and trust that it's moving you in the right direction. So that's our message for our fire signs. So now on to our earth signs, which is our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and let's see what message is coming across for you for Friday the 7th. A jumper card. We have the star here. So remember, the star is going to be that good, positive energy, faith and hope. In the Rider-Waite deck, it has the person pouring out the waters, like the divine water. So trust that something good is coming your way, and have that optimism and faith in the divine that blessings are being poured out for you. There's your sacred soul journey. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So trusting in the divine that forgiveness is a good way to go. Releasing some of those maybe negative feelings or resentment that you have towards someone or a situation, because really that doesn't hurt them, it hurts you, because you're the one that has to live through that. So when you're able to release and forgive people, then it allows love to flow more freely through you. And really that's what it's about. The holding on to that resentment isn't necessarily a punishment for the other person, it's a punishment for you, because you're the one living in that low vibe energy. All right, and your Gaia card is healing, reconnecting with your true nature. So putting that healing card there, and forgiveness is really a big step towards healing. It doesn't by default mean that you continue to let that person take up all of this mental energy for you. It's just a matter of not letting them take up negative mental energy for you. So sometimes forgiving is just a way to say, I'm done with that situation. I've forgiven you, but I'm going in a different direction. So forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stay doing what you were doing, or accepting or tolerating whatever that situation was. It just means you're not going to let it consume you and control your thoughts. So let's see what your spirit animal is for our earth signs. It's goose, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. So that is the spirit animal card. So part of this, as you're looking at your blessings being poured out, that goes along with this goose, this inner knowing that you are blessed. The divine has your back, and a reminder, with geese flying together in a pack, or in a flock of geese, um, you know, rely on your friends, and they can help you work through some of this healing. But looks like for Friday, there will be blessings and optimism coming your way. So let's move on to our water signs. That's going to be our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what message is in store for you for today. All right. Well, pulled two. So go ahead and do both of those. The High Priestess and Death. So with the Death card, that's going to be your transitions and transformations that are coming in. So similar to with the Tower card, how that's kind of tearing down old structures. The Death card, that's having to do with, you know, some maybe internal transformations, letting go of things, mental transformations, soul work. And then the High Priestess, that has to do with your intuition. So some of it, your intuition is, and your inner wisdom and divine feminine is probably telling you, you know, okay, maybe it's time to let certain things go. So I do like the pairing of the two of those together, because it means that, you know, this transformation that you're seeing through the Death card is not a sudden thing that you have no, I guess, input over. So your intuition is playing into this, and it feels like a much more, I'll say, calculated or expected change of some of your thought patterns or beliefs or situations. And your jumper card here is self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And since that one was a jumper, I'll pull a regular one as well. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So those are your two there. So some of that I feel like the denial kind of goes with the Death, that maybe you've been denying certain things for a while, and then you're finally acknowledging it, and that's going to lead to the ending or transformation in some of those beliefs. And then on the self-esteem side, that kind of pairing up nicely with the High Priestess. So let's see what your Gaia card is. Tree of Life. Fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. So being able to let go of certain beliefs that you had, or certain ideas or structures, whatever that may be in your life, leads to these magical blessings and Tree of Life. So just trust that what you're letting go of, what's no longer serving you, what you're clearing out is on your path. That's part of your path. That's bringing you to higher enlightenment. So especially with the 7th being the 777 portal, because it's July 7th and then 2023, those numbers add up to 7. So it's really a lot about spiritual growth and transformation. So some of these cards, you know, like in the Fire one, where it was the Tower and things changing. Some of these things are making way during this portal time period, as it's really a time of spiritual growth for you. So your spirit animal is raccoon, inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So you have your little raccoon card here. So the whole message there on the decide what you really want. So this is something you've probably already been thinking about, and that's, you know, where your intuition is coming in and getting to that point of acknowledging, you know, I'm going to release what no longer works for me. So with the full moon in Capricorn just a few days ago, that was a lot of that type of energy of let's release what no longer serves us. Don't cling to something just because you've always done it that way, or that's what you're used to doing. Really take that that step back and examine, why am I doing this? Is it really serving me? Is it bringing me into alignment? Is it taking me further in my journey and taking me along my path? Because if not, it's just a distraction. It's just a 3D distraction that's keeping you from your ascension journey. So, so that, I think, that kind of goes in with it. Decide what you really want. And now is definitely a very powerful time, a lot of energy coming in with the 777 portal. So hopefully this has been helpful for you today, to be able to see what might be in store for you. And you can kind of think about that as you go about your day, and figure out what decisions help bring you closer to what you want in life, and bring you closer to your true self, so that you can stand there in your truth and powerfully claim your path. So I hope this has been helpful, and come back tomorrow for your Saturday pull. And until then, I hope everybody has a blessed day, and best wishes during our 777 portal.